Hey everybody, it's Chris Marshall of the Payne Street Team, brought to you by Payne Auto Group Valley-wide and PayneAutoGroup.com, where we have what you want, lo que tú quieres, regardless. And it's time for Payne Auto Talk. Alrighty, this edition of Payne Auto Talk is going to be a short. It's just little old me here. Let's get caught up. We recently had the 2023 Rio Grande Valley Livestock Show and Rodeo in Mercedes, Texas. And it's been about a week. That's right. Recovery time for some folks takes a little longer than others. But let me tell you something. We had a whole lot of fun out there with our Payne Auto Group booth right there in front of the Francis Cooper Event Center. I had the PA going. I was talking and squawking on a microphone, sitting there saying howdy do to everybody. And we were looking for the winner of that $100,000 truck from PayneAutoGroup.com. And you never showed up, but we sure had a whole lot of fun playing some trivia, doing some giveaways. We had some cool stuff. Also, we had the rodeo going on. That's right. What was your favorite event? I know that first Wednesday was the bull riding, PRCA bull riding. Actually, it's PRCA from that Wednesday to that Saturday. Oh, yeah. And hats off to everybody who went. Also, our members of the Payne Auto Group family who attended there. But hey, if you got tickets for me, if you happen to get some there from playing trivia, hey, what was your favorite part of that rodeo inside the Payne Auto Group Rodeo Arena? Hit me back on Facebook at Chris Marshall, Payne Street Team's Chris Marshall, or also on Instagram. Let me know what your favorite part of the stock show was. I know a lot of people, they love the food there. Those turkey legs, onion blossoms, pork kebabs, the spiral papa, that's that spiral potato on a stick. I saw a few quesadillas out there, but man, mostly it was people gnawing on a turkey leg like Fred Flintstone gnawing on that brontosaurus burger. I tell you what. But we had a whole lot of fun. Also, the live entertainment out there. Man, we had the Spasmatics. They're always great. 80s rock, 80s hits and pop. I tell you what, those guys put on a great show. And it's a sonic tour de force, I'll say. It harkens back, hard to believe the 80s was a whole long time ago, but it still lives on. Also, we had Bohemian Queen. I didn't get to see that show, after being at the stock show practically all day, it kind of wears on you. And at Queen Tribute Band, I heard they did a heck of a job. Also, they were back for their second year, and I didn't get to see them, but they had Thunderstruck there. That was a bona fide AC/DC tribute band. I saw AC/DC back in the day, and let me tell you something. That was awesome to see them in San Antonio. And when I saw Thunderstruck, and of course, being a musician and a gearhead, when I saw their stuff, I went, these guys take it seriously. Not only are they musicians and they're paying tribute to AC/DC, they're also fans. So they do it right every time. And I will say this, it was really awesome for my fellow bandmates in the Bottom Line band. We got to open for the ambassador of Ameripolitan music, and that is Mr. Dale Watson. We got to open for Dale there on Wednesday, and that was really cool. We kicked out some classic country hits and some of our favorites, and then we got to sit down and watch Dale do his thing. So if you're ever in Austin at the Continental Club, or even if you're in Memphis, Tennessee, Dale has his own place there, he told us about. And Mr. Watson was very forthright, gracious, and magnanimous. And we'd like to thank the members of the Stockshow Entertainment Committee for considering Bottom Line and letting us open for such a fine act, a class act, Mr. Dale Watson. So we had a whole lot of fun with that. This whole recap of the stock show, usually that first weekend, it's cold and windy and rainy, but guess what? It flipped the script. That second weekend, it got cold, didn't it? It sure did. And some of y'all went out there, and I can't believe y'all didn't take a jacket. You are really hardcore stock show patrons. And shout out to my hat and boot sponsors. Shout out to Boot Jacks of the Rio Grande Valley, my hat sponsor. Thank you very much. And also, I know they were selling jackets down there and all those Hey Dude shoes and that kind of stuff down there in the exhibit hall. And also, my boot sponsor, Rios Boots of Mercedes, for my foot gear. Most awesome, comfortable leather boots. And I tell you what, I didn't get to pass through the exhibit hall like I really wanted to. I was in the booth most of the time. I didn't even do my solo act in the beer garden this year. Shout out to L&F Distributors, our beer garden sponsor. But yeah, I was in the booth most of the time, and I tell you what, the street team and I, the street team members, we had a whole lot of fun. And but hats off to the FFA, the Future Farmers of America, and 4-H kids out there. That's what the Stockshow is about. I know we go out there for the food and the rodeo and the carnival and the fun and all that kind of jazz, but guess what? It's those kids with everything from their picture, the photography and plant projects, to the artwork, to the living and breathing projects, the welding projects, all those shop projects. Those kids, they are the future of agriculture. I mean, if it's cotton you wear on a daily basis, if it's that steak you're munching down on, if it's those agricultural byproducts and the beautiful photography and all that kind of stuff, guess what? Everything starts in the home and at the schools. So guess what? Thank you very much to the parents getting their kids involved in all that. Also, the instructors at the high schools around the Rio Grande Valley, and even those folks from out of the area. There was a lot of folks that came in from out of town. So they had a lot going on there, and I wish I could have seen a lot of it. But hopefully next year I get to see that. And this is the first year I didn't even get back to the Champ of Champions to see all the top tier winning projects. I know they went to auction, and you've got great organizations there donating to those kids that we've given back, through their 501c3s, and even individuals, and even Payne Auto Group. We sat there and bought up some of their projects. Hats off to the powers that be that sat there and donated back. These kids, their parents, and their instructors, they worked their butts off all year on these projects. And I know the living and breathing projects, the animals, they go to auction, they go to market. I know that's a real tearjerker, but you know what? That's, part of that whole circle of life. And, hats off to those kids for learning that stuff. Because you know what? I like to eat. And if not for those kids and those future farmers of America, guess what? And 4-H kids, I'd have to go out and do the old caveman thing with a spear and whatnot to go get and chase down my dinner the old-fashioned way. But hats off to those kids in the Stockshow and all the crew out there that made things happen. Even the volunteers. Thank you very much to the volunteers out there. The Stockshow crew, everybody in maintenance, in also sanitation and garbage and trash disposal, and even the people keeping the bathrooms clean. Hey, y'all made it happen out there. We really appreciate it. Also, shout out to Farm and Ranch Rodeo out there. You guys you're awesome, man. I know Pastor Chris O'Laughlin with Western Outreach out of La Feria, Texas, out there. They had Cowboy Church on the second Sunday, and due to Stockshow, happening, I didn't get to go to my normal Sunday service back here in the Upper Valley. But you know what? Hats off to, what was it, about 30 or 40 folks out there. It was cold that Sunday morning, but we were there to hear the word. And hats off to Chris O'Laughlin and family, and also a speedy recovery for his missus. That's right. She's a little under the weather, but she's back at it. So God bless you, Mrs. O'Laughlin, and your whole crew out there. What else? Farm project, or the antique farm equipment. I tell you what, if you've ever been to the Stockshow, check that out. I mean, Alice Chalmers tractors, old Ford tractors, man, they had some wild stuff out there, and they're running it around. And I believe some of those vehicles, they still put them to work. I mean, some of that stuff is, 70, 80 years old. It's still just trucking right along. So you never know what you're going to see at the Stockshow. Also, shout out and hats off to our fellow Valley Ford dealers and members of the Valley Chevy dealers. I mean, showing their products and everything from Chevy, Buick, GMC, and also the big blue oval with Ford. Thank y'all very much for being out there. And man, what else? Stockshow it's always a hustle and bustle. It's a 10-day event for most everybody else, but when it comes down to running a booth, managing a booth, and also thanks to Payne Auto Group for allowing me to be your booth manager out there. We started out on, I think, Wednesday setting everything up, and it was, everybody packed up and took off on, Monday morning, and I was right there with y'all moving vehicles out. So big howdy do and kudos to our porters and crews out there coming to get our vehicles, and also the street team members who we had to unpack all that stuff. We had to pack it up, then unpack it there back at the shop. But we've got another event coming up, and that is Border Fest. Oh, yeah, that's coming up this weekend. Oh, baby, that's down there at the Payne Auto Group Arena. That's right, the Payne Arena in Hidalgo, Texas. And I'm going to go ahead and let the cat out of the bag. We've got a new fun thing going on. Oh, yeah. Is it automotive? You bet. Is it interactive? Most definitely. And guess what it is? It is the Regardless Replay. Oh, baby. What is it? We've got ourselves a vehicle, and it's full of PlayStations and Xboxes. That's right. You ready for an awesome driving experience? You can compete against each other. Guess what? We're going to have the Regardless Replay gaming van there. That's right. So parents, come on, bring your kids by. Be sure you stick around with them, and they can join in on some gaming fun with us with the Regardless Replay. So look for us out there at Border Fest. It's going to be a hoot. Now, I am an old school gamer, and I still have my Atari 2600. My Nintendo Entertainment System, my old 8-bit rig, and my 16-bit rig, those went, somewhere, lost over time. And I think my Nintendo 64 is with some family members. They're stewards of that now, so maybe I got to get with them and fire up the old GoldenEye. Oh yeah, but yeah, I still game a little bit. I actually found my old PlayStation 2. So, yeah, I dusted off Need for Speed and that Gran Turismo. And you know what? Those things still hold up for the graphics and the gameplay. Every now and then it's nice to sit there and kind of shut the world out for about, 30 minutes and get my driving thing on. But I'll tell you what, the graphics nowadays, man, you got some crazy stuff, man. The graphics, the gameplay, and the vehicle selection. Oh, man, it's awesome. And we can't wait for you to join us with the Regardless Replay at Border Fest. Oh, yeah, Border Fest. A whole lot of entertainment and stuff going on there. Also, Bottom Line Band. I believe we're going to be back there on April 1st, and that's no fooling. That's right. And we're going to kick out those classic country jams there at Border Fest. So come on down to Payne Arena. Join us in the festivities. Look for the Regardless Replay. You won't be able to miss us. It's where all the driving action is. We've got screens inside, and we've got screens outside. And it's going to be a whole lot of digital automotive gaming fun. So hats off to Payne Digital. Oh, yeah. And the powers that be in our IT department. They are the brain children, and they crunch all those binary, zeros and ones, all that code in there. They're some smart people, and I tell you what, there's some real wizards there. So hats off to Sarah Robledo and crew, and also Ken Scott and crew getting all that kind of stuff put together. And also, thank you to Payne Commercial and Fleet for getting us that gaming van. It's really cool. It's really cool. And also the powers that be that outfitted and upfitted the vehicle for gaming purposes. Thank you very much. We do appreciate that. But Border Fest is coming up, all sorts of other stuff. We just had Onion Fest, too, there in Weslaco. That was great. I got to be on stage, open the show there. We had the mascot races. Bimmy Payne, yes, he participated with all the other mascots, and they had a whole hoot and a holler and a whole lot of fun. And, yes, they had bags of those 10, 15 onions. I believe they referred to that as the $1 million baby, because it took 10 years for those gurus at Texas A&M University to come up with that sweet onion, the 1015, and the city of Weslaco, Texas sits there right there where the mothership is for Payne Auto Group. They celebrate Onion Fest, and there was some cool stuff happening there, man. And they even had a car show. They had all sorts of stuff. Vintage autos, low riders. They had some real cruisers. And let me tell you something, they had some bruisers too. I mean, man, I think they had I don't know if it was a Model T or something. They had that there. And they had, Dodge Challengers. They even had the General Lee. And the Firebird Club was there. Hats off to Connie Chavez. Yeah, she come all the way from Dallas. She come down here to visit family. And she had a vehicle very close to my heart. She had I believe it was a 78 Trans Am in a deep, deep metallic blue. I thought it was the Bandit Trans Am for a moment, but it was close. It was a nice resto mod. And she even let Bimmy sit in that thing. We got a picture with him in there. And we got to visit with her for a couple of minutes. And, that wasn't her first Trans Am. But yes, I know we think about Camaros and Corvettes and the Mopar clubs and the Mustang clubs. Man, you Blue Oval people, man, you guys are hardcore, especially with those Fox bodies. Man, man alive. But yeah, there's a Firebird Club down here. And so I know Pontiac is gone, and that's a real tearjerker. But the Firebird and Trans Am still live on. So maybe one day I've got a mustache, I've got a cowboy hat. Maybe I can get my Burt Reynolds on, and I'll keep it. I'm not going to be a total bandit and get out there and have the law chasing me. But I tell you what, there's something about hearing a Firebird just sit there and go blub 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 blub. Oh yeah, it really clutches at your soul if you're a motorhead. Breaker 19. Oh yeah. But yeah, hey Connie, if you're listening to this, make sure that you get a CB put in that thing. She said she was going to do the Bandit Run. That's right, they do a Bandit Run. It's a big procession of Trans Ams, and I think they follow some of the route of the original Smokey and the Bandit there. Hard to believe. 46 years ago, 1977. Oh, yeah. Which is the same year of Star Wars. And also Everson's Ford F-Series. That's right. #1 selling truck in America and Texas since 1977. Little shout out there to the Blue Oval. But Onion Fest was awesome. I tell you what, downtown was packed right there by the Cortez. And the one thing I did not get a bloomin' onion. I didn't get one at Stockshow, and I didn't get one downtown. I think this is the first time I haven't had a bloomin' onion. And I got to fix that, man. I got to remedy that. So I'm going to be looking around at these events. And if there's a bloomin' onion, by God, I'm going to get in there and get me one. Because I tell you what, I got to get my fix, man. I got to get my fix. So there's all sorts of other events coming up. I know we're getting toward the end of the year. So guess what? Don't forget, high school seniors, you've got just a little bit. We got about 30 days. We're talking a month for that Payne scholarship. That's right. Those Payne TikTok challenges. Go on PayneAutoGroup.com. Click on there, Facebook and whatnot. We have the sign-up sheet and also the instructions for your chance to enter and possibly win the Payne Auto Group Scholarship Challenge. That's right. All the rules are there. Make a video with TikTok and post it. Tag us in it online. All the instructions are there. Fill it out. It's not just a sign up and you get it. Yeah, there's instructions. You got to sit there and follow the procedure and protocol, make the videos, and show us your creativity for a chance at a $1,000 scholarship from PayneAutoGroup.com. Oh, yes. If you're Brownsville to Rio Grande City and all points in between, if you're a student in the Rio Grande Valley, Payne Auto Group Scholarship at PayneAutoGroup.com. Find the drop down, click on that button. It's all there. We like being a part of our community, and we love for our local Valley High School seniors to be successful in all of their endeavors, and we want to give you all a helping hand. All right, so log on, click on it, get that content going, and tag us in it, all right? What else is going on? That's right, and summer is approaching. So our winter visitor friends, our winter Texans, hey, we know you're going back home in a while. Be sure to get your vehicle serviced with us at Payne Auto Group Service Centers Valley-wide. We've got specials running on both standard gas burning and diesel vehicles for you winter Texan early birds. And get all that done before traveling back, up north to, beyond the checkpoint, up there to the Midwest, and even our Canadian winter visitors from the Great White North up there in Canada. And there's a few of y'all from Alaska. Man, that is a heck of a drive. So, yeah, you're definitely going to need an oil change before you're going back, all right? So get with us at Payne Auto Group Service Centers valley-wide. Also, those summer trips are coming up. So be sure you got that air conditioner blowing cold, and check out our other services on your cooling system, not just for yourself with air conditioning, but also that radiator service. Oh, yeah, we can do that too. Also, your tires, your brakes, your suspension. Hey, if it's making a funny noise, if you even doubt it, bring it in. We'll sit there. We'll do your alignment check. No worries. Your fluid check and top off. We'll take care of that. Just log on to payneautogroup.com. Hit us up at Facebook and anywhere else. Send us a direct message. We'll get right back to you and we'll help you out, And even our chat services at payneautogroup.com. You'll be chatting with somebody live. Click on there, start typing away. We'll help you out. We'll hook you up, and we will get it done, because that's what we do at Payne Auto Group Valley-wide and payneautogroup.com. I can't say it enough. No, I can't. But yeah, what else is going on out there? There's all sorts of stuff coming up. It's hard to name all of this jazz. But if you have any questions or anything about what's going on with the Payne Street team, where we're going to be soon with our civic events, don't forget, we have some civic events. Sometimes, I'm there not only to entertain and perform and sometimes MC, but yes, I, Chris Marshall of the Payne Street team, I am also an auction item. That's right. You get a couple of hours of entertainment by little old me with me and my guitar and my PA. Also, catering for up to 50 people, courtesy of Ace's Barbecue. That's right, Ace's Barbecue, right here out of the Rio Grande Valley. And they have a location in Mission, in Sherryland there on 495, or what we call 1 Mile Line. Also, they're up there in Edinburgh, and a new location opening on Nolana, right there next to the, I believe, Cinemark Theater. Is it Cinemark? I believe it's right there next to the theater at 2nd Street and Nolana Avenue. It's the old Fuddruckers building. But yeah, they're going to be opening up there soon. Also, I'm going to get in there with my guitar and entertain some folks in there. I believe they have Monday night, maybe cobbler night. So if you're all into cobbler, hey man, that's the time to be there. With me, I tell you what, dessert is potato salad. So instead of cobbler, I just want a double scoop of that tater salad. I tell you what, that keeps me fueled up. And I tell you what, Aces, they do a great job. Thank you very much, Aces Barbecue, for teaming up with Payne Auto Group and the Payne Street team. We love being an auction item and giving back to those wonderful local charities wherever they are. Shout out to a recent performance I did with our friends from Aces Catering. And that was La Muñeca Cattle Company. That was from last year. Star Gala is coming up soon. So if you want to find out how to get your tickets for that, I'm an auction item there as well. Plus Mr. Carlos Guerra with La Muñeca Cattle Company. That's all chorizo de San Manuel. If you know that meat and that sausage, oh, that's good stuff. That's coming up here in April pretty soon. Oh, yes, that's right. Also in April, we have the Coastal Conservation Association of the Rio Grande Valley. We're having that gala. Tickets, I believe, are still available. That's going to be down in Mercedes, Texas. But look us up online. I'll make some posts about it, and on Facebook and the Instagram, and we'll get that going too. I believe there's some tables and tickets left, and I'll be an auction item there too, as well as other fine auction items. They've got some really great prizes. So, they've got all sorts of trips, fishing trips, even, when you go hunting, sometimes you need a bow or something that goes bang. Well, guess what? They auction that kind of stuff there too. So guess what? They got you covered all the way around for hunting and fishing and everything in between. But it's a great organization that helps conserve the wildlife down here, whether it flies or it runs or it sits there and it's out there swimming in the water. Guess what? They got you covered on that. And to shout out to all of our wonderful sponsors of the CCA right here in the Rio Grande Valley. And even that lower chapter, the Lower Valley CCA, y'all are a hoot. I tell you what, those guys, man, I'll tell you what, y'all put on a great event too. So we've got that going on. Let's see, La Muñeca Cattle Company with Star Gala, STAR, Star Gala, and also the CCA, that's going on. What else? Oh man, it's not just too much to mention. It's trying to remember all this stuff. But I tell you what, we have a whole lot of fun with y'all. We're very glad to be a part of it. And me personally, it's good being out there amongst y'all, and it's fun. What a great gig! I love this job. It's awesome. Let's see, Border Fest. Yeah, if you got your tickets, I think Payne Arena. I think John Pardee on April 1st. So if you got your tickets to that, get after it. I know he's really popular. Oh, shout out to our friends at iHeartRadio and iHeartMedia with FM 100.3% Country KTEX, also Wild 104.1 FM, and also KISS 106.3 FM. Be sure to download that iHeartRadio app. That way you can hear the latest and greatest in hits from country and pop and everything else in between with our friends from iHeartRadio and iHeartMedia, our wonderful media partners. Thank you very much. It was good seeing y'all. JoJo and Frankie D and everybody else there. I think Double J, man, y'all are awesome. So thank you very much. We were parked across the street there from each other, from the Cooper Center and the KTEX Radio Ranch, but I'd be squawking on my microphone and all of a sudden I'd hear y'all fire up and I'd get quiet. But you know what? We love our media partners and y'all are a hoot, man. It's good to see y'all. So be sure to tune in to Double J, Frankie D, JoJo, all of our wonderful radio talent from iHeartRadio. That's right. Terrestrial radio is still going on. I know streaming is popular, but guess what? Turning on that radio dial and finding out what's going on and scooting a boot to some tunes or boogalooing or whatever you're going to do. Hey, iHeartRadio is where it's at. Thank you all very much. Speaking of partnerships, how about those fine folks at the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley? We've teamed up with them. They've got some awesome programs going on. Their sports program, their sports teams are doing great. Baseball is doing great. And coming up, they're going to have collegiate football. Oh, yeah. Going to sit there and do the old foosball, the old pigskin, right here in the Rio Grande Valley with our friends from the University of Texas, Rio Grande Valley. And we will be talking with one of their representatives very soon right here on Payne Auto Talk. So stay tuned, okay? A whole lot more going on right here in the Rio Grande Valley for the latest in automotive content and a whole bunch of fun civic events right here with Chris Marshall of the Payne Street Team. Brought to you by Payne Auto Group Valleywide and PayneAutoGroup.com, where we have what you want. Lo que tú quieres, regardless. I got to get heading down the road. And so do you. Get out there. Get after it. Go forth. Do good things. And we'll see you out there, all right? Adios, y'all.